it is exactly 7 days to the day Nigerians will troop out to cast their vote, beginning with the National Assembly elections, the presidential elections, then March 11th, 2023 will be the state governorship election and houses of assembly election. And so Nigerians are gearing towards it. The campaigns are heated up already. People are ready. The Independent National Electoral Commission is ready. Everything is getting set. Just the issue of security with the rising tension in the country concerning the cashless policy by the federal government and the attendant threat to peace in the country. Nigerians are worried. But we believe that things would be settled as we count down to the election next week. We want to plead to Nigerians to please, peace is the right way. There's no need to destroy things. There's no need, if you are protesting because you are aggrieved, don't destroy, don't kill. It doesn't help anything, because eventually we, the masses, will suffer it, because those banks that are being attacked may not be able to open again for months. And who knows, where can we get the money that you are asking for? So we should please follow the path of peace. The incident that happened yesterday, particularly in Lagos State and other states of the Federation, is truly needless. And we must commend the security forces in Lagos State for rising up to the occasion and taking control of the situation. But we must appeal to the government to talk responsibly. We expect that the state executives of various states and the federal government must talk responsibly because their actions and their statements could ignite restiveness among the citizens. So please, let us follow the path of peace, because that is what we need. Welcome to your program today. My name still remains Patrick Abambu. On this channel, the Africa Independent Television, and on this program, Security Watch Africa, will bring you that information you need to keep your life safe and secured. I must also acknowledge that we are saddened by the incident that happened in Turkey and Syria with the earthquake and all the natural disasters that claimed so many lives. Tens of thousands of lives were lost and properties destroyed, particularly our own Ghana brother, the footballer Christian Etsu, that his body was just found yesterday. It's quite sad, but we believe that those who have lost their loved ones will find peace and comfort. So that's really it, where we're going. Then yesterday, the South African Police Service came out with their report, their last quarter report, where it's recorded that over 57,000 criminals were arrested in 3 months. That is quite large, and but it means that taking the criminals off the streets, then the peace-loving citizens will carry on with their businesses and their lives without any trouble. We may say kudos to the police and other services in South Africa. Yes, let's come to Nigeria and take you straight to the Army War College, Nigeria, where the Chief of Army Staff inaugurated the Course 7 of the college, and a former Chief of Army Staff delivered the inaugural lecture. Sit back as we bring you this report by Shirley Daniels.
As Nigerians prepare to cast their votes for the candidate of their choice in the February 25th and March 11, 2023 general elections, the Chief of Army Staff, Nigerian Army, Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, has reassured Nigerians of the Army's commitment to protect law-abiding citizens. He equally warned criminals to stay clear, as the Nigerian Army personnel will be firm in dealing with any troublemaker. General Yahaya stated this in his address in Abuja at the inauguration ceremony of Army War College Course 7.
As we move to the 2023 general elections, I want to assure the nation of the commitment and resolve Nigerian Army, along with the other services, agencies and stakeholders, of our preparedness to provide conducive environment for a free, fair, and credible election. Criminals thugs, hooligans, and miscreants are advised in their own interest to abide by the laws of the nation and not interfere as the law-abiding citizens and good people of Nigeria go to the polls to freely exercise their constitutional right to vote. It's on this note that I wish to, therefore, inaugurate Army War College Nigeria Course 7 of 2023.
To the course participants, the Chief of Army Staff admonished them to ensure that the knowledge gained during the course will be deployed in their assignments at the various theaters of operations.
I therefore congratulate you all, the participants of Army War College Nigeria Course 7, 2023, on your well-deserved selection to attend the War College course in this great institution. I urge you to remain focused and apply yourself in order to maximize the benefits of the rich course content of the college. I'm confident that by the end of your course, you all will have been well groomed into the elite league of critical thinkers who strive not only to identify challenges bedeviling our nation, but to provide plausible strategies and solutions that will mitigate them. As new challenges continue to emerge in our dear nation in the face of concerted efforts at tackling extant ones, I believe that the knowledge gained in the college will equip you with the requisite expertise to plan and execute military operations in the theaters. The course will also enhance understanding and synergy between the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies in the conduct of our operations. This aptly key into my vision for the Nigerian Army, which is to have a professional Nigerian Army ready to accomplish assigned missions within a joint environment in defense of Nigeria.
While delivering his lecture on the topic, the role of the Nigerian Army in national development, a former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Onyabo Ihejirika, retired, spoke on the enormous contributions of the Nigerian Army in Nigeria's national development over the years.
Since independence in 1960, the Nigerian Armed Forces has remained alive to its constitutional roles of defending the country from external aggression, protecting the country's borders, and restoring law and order whenever called upon to do so. Beyond this, it has also in the past contributed in some ways in support of national development goals. Some of his contributions in offering assistance in aid to civil authorities are noticeable in the areas of election security, which has been mentioned by the class, undertaking quick impact projects, support to education and health development, as well as infrastructure development, among others. Given the potentials and skills, as well as the resources that are bound in the military today, there is no doubt that it has much to offer in terms of contribution to national development.
While welcoming the chief host, guest lecturer, and other distinguished guests, the Commandant, Army War College Nigeria, Major General Bamidele Alabi, spoke on the importance of the event and what the War College is doing.
The Army War College Nigeria educational practices is based on the Socratic inquiry-driven model of graduate study and is participant-driven. You must know from the onset that the college does not seek to achieve consensus, but encourages debate and exploration of opposition positions during syndicate discussions. Accordingly, you must develop your individual and collective cognitive capabilities towards a greater understanding of the issues arising from violent, uncertain, complex, ambiguous, and distorted environment for which your products must provide strategies. In attaining the objectives of your course, the curriculum seeks to emphasize the application of critical thinking skills with the intent of broadening the way you think. As you get to experience on this course. The content of the Army War College Nigeria curriculum is very rich, and it is comparable to that of any best war college in the world.
Shirley Daniels, reporting for Security Watch Africa.
Welcome back. For 2 months, Security Watch Africa undertook the election 2023 election security threat assessment across the states of the Federation Nigeria, and we came out with a report. The analysis of the report, which put together by Security Watch Africa, Ernest Enineku. Sit back as we unfold to you our assessment for security during the 2023 general elections.
In line with Security Watch Africa's mission to provide security information that will help keep Africa and Africans safe, the organization has released its security threat analysis for the 2023 general elections. These threat analyses have been graded into 5 categories, from high threat level coded in color red to intermediate threat level in orange, moderate threat level in yellow, low threat level in green, and non-election related violence in lemon. Beginning from the southeastern states of Nigeria, comprising Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, and Abia states, these states have been graded high threat areas because of the activities of secessionist groups who have continuously threatened to disrupt the general election in the region. From the south-south states, some parts of Delta states, because of its closeness to the southeast, will fall under the high threat level, as was the case in our 2019 analysis. But generally, Delta state will fall under moderate threat level, even with the contending political forces at play for the 2023 general elections. Rivers and Edo states have been graded under high threat areas, while Akwa Ibom and Cross River State falls under moderate threat level. The only state in the south-south with low threat level is Bayelsa State. In the southwest zone, states like Oyo and Osun may experience election violence and have been graded high threat areas. Lagos State may face some level of election violence because of the strong political forces at play in the state and have been graded under intermediate threat level. The state would also face some non-election related violence. The remaining states in the southwest, that is Ondo, Ekiti, and Ogun, have been graded low threat level states. Going to the north central states, Benue State will record violence not directly related with elections, but with some spots of election violence in some parts of the state. Benue is a flashpoint and have been graded under intermediate threat level. Nasarawa and Plateau State have been graded under low threat level, but Plateau State may have some violence not related to elections. Niger State have been graded under low threat level, but with some non-election related violence. Kogi State is graded intermediate threat level, though the state will not be having governorship elections, but the political gladiators in the state may want to prove a point that may result to some level of violence in some areas of the state. Kwara State will record low threat level, even though there are strong contending political forces in the state. The whole of the northwest states, that is Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, and Zamfara states, except Kaduna State, will record low threat level, but may experience violence not related to elections. Kaduna State, unlike other states in the northwest, may record moderate threat level, particularly in the southern Kaduna axis, but again, there may be some violence not related to elections. The northeast states of Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, Taraba, and Yobe have been graded as low threat level, though there may be likelihood of some violence that are not election related. There are also political contending forces in some of these states, but it may not lead to election violence. Finally, the Federal Capital Territory FCT have been graded as low threat level, basically because there are no contending forces and the residents of Abuja are generally peaceful. In summary, there will be spots of election violence in some states across the country, but not strong enough to affect the credibility of the general elections. We believe that the lead security agency in charge of internal security, the Nigerian Police Force, working in synergy with other security agencies and election stakeholders, that is, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, political parties, and other personalities, are capable to handle any security challenge that may arise. Ernest Enuneku, Security Watch Africa, Abuja.
Come back. Yes, he took a team of Security Watch Africa to put together this analysis across the state of the Federation with several interactions with the political stakeholders and the communities to find out the heartbeat and the minds of the situation with various indices that came up with that report. We must see that I know that just like as the analysis did say, the elections would hold generally, but there may be some threats in some states, and people are advised to be careful and be watchful in where they go to. Yes, let's go as we move along. We decided to find out from the Nigeria Police Force how prepared they are to counter any unwanted, any movement by any criminal or troublemakers to foment trouble or create a situation whereby people's life will be threatened or be intimidated. We spoke with the first public relations officer, the Chief Superintendent of Police, Olumuyiwa Adejobi. Sit back as we bring you this interview.
So the restriction of movement order is very, very key. We believe that if we take necessary action on this and we are successful, it's almost 80% successful in any election security. Because we know that an individual cannot come to a polling unit to come and disrupt the exercise and will not be overpowered. They come in numbers, they come in groups. So we should not allow any group to move, individuals in group to move at all, let alone disrupting election process or snatching ballots. But now they snatch, they know it's not going to have value per se, but they may want to even destroy some of these papers and what have you. Though INEC has gone far ahead of them in many areas, but we still have some deviants that may want to come and disrupt the exercise or jeopardize our efforts in this regard. So we have taken note of all these things and we've done what is necessary. Our operation order is very robust, it's highly informative, and every security agency that's going to partake in the election security management is to work with the Commissioner of Police. Commissioners of Police take charge. They are the head across the states. Deployment will be done through the police. There is no person that we just carry his men and deploy anyhow. No. We have streamlined everything. It's a coordinated exercise, and the IGP controls that from Abuja, and the same thing goes down the ladder. CPs, more prominent now than even the AIGs. AIGs don't have much per se, but the CPs. The IGP has posted some commissioners of police to assist CPs, command CPs, and AIGs as per senatorial districts. Even some local governments have men. Every senior police officer from the rank of AC, from all formations, commands, will be deployed on special duty. Even me, I'm going to be on special duty to move around to manage communication system of the police. So we have done what we should as a responsible organization to make sure we bequeath to Nigerians free, fair, credible, and even acceptable general elections in 2023. So the IGP has a philosophy now that if we want to manage riots and any unrest, we need to have a paradigm shift from the usual way of firing, wasting ammunition. And ammunition now is very expensive, I think you know. So we have all these non-lethal weapons to tackle some of these situations. So we don't want to record any casualty, yet we make sure we dominate the space to attain our primacy in internal security and to have proper electoral security. So the police is the lead agency. We have taken that responsibility. We cannot afford to fail. And we will not fail because the leadership of the police under the watch of IGP Ismail Kali Baba is ready to change the narratives, to have different dimensions into policing, which are in tandem with international best practices, that this is how police should be. We all want good governance, and we know you can only have good governance through secured and free and credible electoral process. So we have promised the president that we're going to be apolitical, we're going to be professional. Of course, we need to read the body language of Mr. President himself. It's not for anybody, it's for all Nigerians. So we are key to that, and we actually want to tell the whole world that we have what it takes to have a very good electoral process. And for those who may want to foment troubles, because we've been having pockets of incidences from rallies, from campaign grounds, cross here and there, supporters causing problems. Many have been arrested and they've been prosecuted. We still arrest more. The more you come, the more you do or violate electoral act or any criminal law, you'll be caused to face the full wrath of the law. So those who are active electorates, those ones I describe them, those who are PVCs are those I describe as active electorates. Those who are more than 18, they are qualified to be electorates, yet they don't have PVC. They are the inactive electorates. So the inactive electorates are the most dangerous set of people because they always sit on the felt. They are not here, neither here or there, and they always cause problems. They throw banters, they make uncomplimentary statements, hate speeches, give wrong information, fake news. They are the one. The active electorates are always assured that there will not be problem anywhere. They should go out and exercise their franchise. So far they have their PVC. It's one man, one vote. And the police is saying, we want peace. We have dingles here and there, the program of I Choose Peace, hashtag I Choose Peace we do from the police to let them know we want peace. So all of them, the leaders, particularly candidates, should be able to talk to their followers. Candidates meet, they are friends, they know how to relate. So why supporters are causing problems? Because they don't understand. Politics is a profession. Every profession has code of conduct and ethics. So we need to play the game according to the rules of the game. For police, we will not hesitate to arrest anyone who wants to jeopardize this electoral system or who want to cause problem anywhere in Nigeria. The issue of certain insecurity, issues of banditry, armed robbery, kidnapping, separationist agenda that may want to threaten the electoral process, we are ready for them. We are working on them. We have our information. We have our intelligence on those who are amassing or getting arsenal of weapons to cause problem. The IGP has said it. We will go after them. We will get them. Before the real day, we know how to handle them. Because when we get to the bridge, we shall cross the bridge. But the message to them is they must be very, very careful. And to leaders that you want to become a king, and you want all your kinsmen, your subjects to be killed. Are you going to be a king over a dead community, empty community? So you want to be a president, you want to be a senator, you want to be a member of rep, you want to be a governor, must you kill everybody in your state or your constituency before you get to that throne? No. I always give a message when I talk that man who pulls the trigger to declare a war might not live to see the end of that war. The fact that you pull the trigger to declare a war doesn't mean you're a warrior and you will not be touched or you will not be pulled down. That man who pulls trigger to declare a war might not live to see the end of the war. Brutus Gali, the former UN Secretary General, said that the cheapest war you think you have is more expensive than more expensive peace. Go for peace, not for war. It's good for you. Electoral offenders is not the work of the police now. Even the new electoral act has made it clear. Our job is to investigate, prepare case files, and hand over to the legal units of INEC to go on with the prosecution. They can only call us as prosecution witnesses. So our job is just to investigate and hand over to them. So prosecution is the major responsibility of INEC as enshrined in the 2022 electoral acts. So the Nigerians should understand pointing accusing finger at the police, keeping blames on us is unfair. Because the problem we have in Nigeria is that we don't actually understand our legal frameworks. We don't know much about the provisions of the law. Almost 80% of Nigeria believes that it's the police. It's the police. What have you done? It is not the police. We just need to investigate and hand over to INEC for prosecution. So
sadly, we have to end our interview here because of time. But you had him there. Enough has been said, and we believe that you have had the first public relations officer, and you have seen our election security threat analysis. We believe that Nigerians will be watchful and be careful and follow the path of peace. Please follow us on our social media platforms. Send us your views and your comments. Ask questions so we can get answers for you. Until we come here again next week, I say thanks for watching and join us again next week. Bye for now.